everybody. I'm here to share one of my favorite morning smoothie recipes because just as important as exercising is obviously eating right, putting the right things into your body. Now, what I love about my well-honed breakfast smoothie recipe is it has a little bit of everything. It's got protein, it's got fiber, it's got vitamins, it has vegetables, antioxidants. I've kind of managed to jam in so many things that it's almost a perfect food. So the things that we're gonna use, we've got frozen spinach, frozen blueberries, frozen raspberries, porridge oats, chocolate protein powder, milk, flaxseed meal, walnuts, and cocoa nibs. Now, some of those are optional. We'll go through that as I start making the recipe. So we start with your frozen spinach, and I use about 40 grams. That's like a little bit more than 2 lumps here, depending on the size of your spinach lumps. Now, I put more in if I'm making it for me. I like a lot of spinach because it's really good. It's a good way to kind of sneak vegetables into your diet. If I'm making it for the kids, I just do a little bit less, just enough, as much as I can get away with without them complaining, just as much as I can kind of hide into it. That was my frozen blueberries, about 30 grams of frozen blueberries and 30 grams of frozen raspberries. Now you can use any type of berries. All berries are really good for you. So get a few of those in. So it's just kind of a small handful. After a while, you don't need to measure it. You just kind of chuck what you can in and just get your proportions right. Half a banana. Now, I don't like to do too much banana. I find that it makes it a little bit too sweet, but if I'm, again, making it for the kids, I usually put in a whole banana. But for me, I'll just do half and I'll stick the other half in the freezer. You gotta peel it, but peeled banana is totally fine in the freezer in a Tupperware container or something. We're gonna add the oats next. So about 2 tablespoons, again, about 30 grams of oats. Porridge oats are fine. Good. And then your protein powder. I use chocolate flavor, I find it works quite well with the spinach and the berries. So that's about 20 to 25 grams, 2 heaped tablespoons. So it's 100% whey protein. Make sure it's not too sweet. Some of them can be sweeter than others. The one that I buy is from Amazon, and it works quite well for me. I buy it in huge bags and decant it into here. Now we have our optional extras. Cocoa nibs have lots of antioxidants. Again, work really well with the spinach and the berries. So we do about a teaspoon of cocoa nibs. They don't blend up terribly well, so they're gonna add a little bit of crunch. So if you like that, then great. But again, if you have one of those kids who doesn't like any kind of texture, you may wanna skip the cocoa nibs. Now, another superfood, ground flaxseed meal. So just kind of sneak some of that in there. About a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less. And then for myself, I put in some walnuts. So again, that just adds a little bit more protein, some nice kind of oils, just kind of makes it one of those superfoods that you can sneak in. And then milk. Use organic milk or any kind of dairy alternative that you have. Oat milk, almond milk, I've tried it with those and they're also really delicious. So you put in about a cup of milk, maybe a little bit less, just kind of enough to top those other ingredients. And then use a wand blender, and hopefully that came with a beaker, because I find it is easier if you have that kind of tight beaker to blend everything up. Okay, so as we start to blend, gets everybody out of bed in the morning. Easy to get through the first layer, but then we've got to get right into that frozen spinach. Get the spinach very well blended. Frozen ingredients make it a bit like a milkshake. It's quite cold, and a little bit thick. Great. Always got to give it a little bit of a taste. Delicious. And there you go. Brooks Super Smoothie. So a couple of little alternatives, little tweaks you can make. More banana, and instead of your walnuts and flaxseed meal and cocoa nibs, put in a tablespoon of peanut butter, which is also another really good alternative. Anyway, play around with it, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.